Hi student, Architecture 113, International Building Code. Today we will discuss for chapter 16, 17, 19, 21, 22, and 23. Almost all of the material, concrete, masonry, and wood, fill up special inspections. You just learn something for when we use for the material in the design. You don't need to remember all of them. However, you should know few material we usually use in construction. Okay. So on the keyword, you need to know about the structure test for special inspection, the structure observation, material for construction, and concrete, masonry, steel, and wood. On of the chapter we will focus with that, and we will learn something about structural design, consider for the live load, the dead load, when we design for the roof load, special inspection. We need to know about the special inspector, when we will do that in the construction. On the chapter 19, we learn about material concrete, relay with provision from ACI 318, and after that we learn more the minimum clearance between combustible material and fireplace, chimney wall. We also need to know about the minimum height for the chimney terminate, and a few more things on the roof rafter. This is the table to tell you about the minimum uniform distribute the live load and the minimum concrete for the live loads. This is occupancy or the use from the group 1, and after that this is the uniform. They count for pound square feet and concentrate. So this is few of the occupancy yield, for example the office or assembly, and this one the uniform, the uniform you need to use for that, for example 50 pounds per square feet for linear feet. And after that we have 100 for computer use. This is some of the calculation for the live load or the uniform we need to use for the group using. Continue with that one. We need to consider with the uniform linear feet for pound square feet, and after that concentrate on there. The other table right here, they show the lateral soil load, the load for the lateral. Describe from the backfill material, the one on the soil. For example, they have the gravel, the well gravel, or the poor ray, the poor round for the medium one with the silty one. Each of them is the name from the type, the classification from the soil, and this one they show for the load maximum they can use for the active pressure, and after that for the rest pressure. On of the active pressure maximum is 30, and if with the pressure for the well gravel, the well gravel we have 30 for active pressure, and after that for at rest pressure it is 60. It depends on at that time they on active pressure or on the rest pressure, and the number is stand for the change from the soil load when we use different one with different situation, active or the rest one. This is some of the special material and some of information. You can learn more for that one, or you can open the section for more information about the material. For example, you want to look for the soil, you need to go with the section 1705.6. If you want to go with the testing for the seismic resistant load, you need to go with the section 1704.13. This is on of the information in the book. Focus on which one you want to research or you want to work with 4. For example, the wood construction, we need to go with section 1705.5. So basically this table, you can look at that, and when you select the material, you know where you need to go more information about that material. And in this way, they have their they show you how to go from from the step by step with the building official, design authority, and you report the inspector. They report with building official, and after that they have any correction, they need to go with the contractor. If they have any correction, the request one, they go back with the building official. That means the way how they work together: inspector, building official, and the contractor in the field. And this one, they show you the construction requirement for concrete work. The concrete work almost so on the section 1903 and 1904, some of the tests for material or some of durability for requirement. So they have chapter 3 and chapter 4, section 1903, 1904 talk about the concrete work. So basically, if you use for the concrete work on the design, you focus on this section to know about that. In this one, they show you the thickness from the base course subgrade. Maximum they use for 6 mil polyline vapor barrier, and the lap is 6 inch minimum. That means we need to have minimum 6 inch for the lap for vapor barrier. And in the concrete floor slab, we can use for the minimum thickness is 3.5 inches. We can do bigger, but you cannot do less than 3.5 thickness. After that, we add for 6 mil from another vapor barrier, and the base course or the subgrade under that. This is one of example for you can see the protection around for the unlined flue. If you have the distance from 8 inches on the solid one, and after that we have inside from the round one like this, they show you the square one, and you need to have another 4 inches gap between both of them inside from the block. The line for unlined masonry chimney, in the chimney you need to do like this for the distance. The solid one 8 inches, and after that between them we have 4 inches for the chimney and residential. So if you use the shape on the line multi-flue chimney, and you need to have 4 inches solid, and after that we have between them is 4 inches. It's different with this one. This one we use 8 inches solid, and after that 4 inch gap between the flute. This is the chimney section. And when you look, that's mean on the top one for the chimney, and this one is the section cut. If you look at the bottom one from the chimney at your home, you can see that the hose extension is right here, and they allow for 20 inches minimum, open for 6 square feet or more. So this one, you look at the wall, it's 2 inches minimum, and after that they need the block right here with a minimum the fire bridge. This is 8 inches for the fire bridge minimum, and they have 2 inches clearance from the combustible. Right here the combustible, they have the minimum is 2 inches. You cannot do smaller than that. And in front of the hearth extension you have 8 inches. On the side one, each of them you have 8 inches. Minimum width fireplace open less than 6 square feet. That means this one is 6 square feet, and this one we need 8 inches minimum to open for that, and 12 inches minimum for fireplace opening. If you have more than 6 square feet, opening right here to here is more than 6 square feet, and you need to do for 12 inches. 8 inches if this one less than the opening from the fireplace is 6 square feet, but you have bigger than that. This one is bigger than 6 square feet, and we need 12 inches the side one for both sides. This is chimney. And if you look at the section, the fireplace, you can see that's the hose explained from here to here. We right here, and inside one in the fireplace, we need to put the lintel on 6 inches high, and after that 6 inches high more. No limit on projection above 12 inches. If more than that, you don't need to do projection. And the gap between here, the 3-4 inches. For you add the projection right here. So this is the section cut from the fireplace. In this one, they have structural observation. This one is the stuck one, and the people they do the wall one, the stuck one like this. For example, distance right here to here, maybe 16 inches on the center. And they have the limits not greater than 75 feet. If you do business one and class or decrease from category 3 to 4, and the building official, they need to do the distance not and the height is not greater than 75 feet. With the Siemens category, they need to use for the wings area, the speed is larger than 110, and they need to category for 3 and 4, 75 feet. That's for the business one. This is some kind minimum standard and qualify for the wood one. Usually we use for DF the ductile floor for number 2 as dry. When you go to the lumber, you can see on the top and the bottom they have this number, for you can see that's the name from the company, and after that the number from the wood one. DF stand for ductile floor. This one is basically a lot of people use for the standard wood like this. For the gray lumber, if you use for the machine straight gray lumber, and you can see the name like this, 12 as dry like this, and after that the number from the serial number. That's the one you use for the wood structural member. You can use this one. And if you go with the general contractor with the foundation, and you need to remember the distance. This is the rolling space. It's 18 inches, and after that, if you have some kind like the floor joist under that or the blocks, and you need to have 12 inches minimum for the people can drawing under the floor, check everything like termite or something. Sometime for a few years you need to come in to check everything or clear up everything under the floor if you have the raised floor. This is the finish, and the natural gray right here. They need 8 inches from the plate to the finish gray, and this is the footing. And on of the distance right here, they call that the clearance for under floor. This is the floor, finish floor on the top one right here. This is one of example, so you can see the connection for on the light frame construction. If you have the double header right here, and this is the trimmer, and you need approve for the most hanger right here. And in here is the tail choice. If you have the connection between the double header with the tail choice right here, you can need the approve framing anchor right here. We need approve from framing anchor before you connect between the double head and the tail, the choice. So on off, the anchor right here should be approved before you connect in the material together. This is one section from the footing, so you can see that this one they say the concrete masonry, and this one is the footing. And after that they have the bolt for the anchor, 1/2 inches diameter from the anchor bolts right here. Connect between the plate to the foundation, and they need the 7 inches minimum embed right here. That means from the bottom from the plate to the crown level. And they have this one is 2x pressure plate, 2x that can be 2x4, 2x8, depend on how big from the footing. And the distance, if you see when you go with the bolt and the distance between the bow to the bow should be 4 inches from the edge from this bow to the other one. And this one they have 6 inch maximum. You need to have one bow, and after that the bow right here need to be 12 inches, not less than 4 inches. They can do from 4 to 12 for the distance before you go with another bow. So basically 6 maximum. And if you go more than 2 story, then the distance it can be lower, to say 4 inches for maximum between the bow to another bow. Okay, that's it for this chapter. Basically, this chapter we just know something about information for the concrete masonry of the wood with the chapter regard with that, and you go with the book ABC. You can open that section and you know more detail about the concrete, the masonry of the wood, and how connection between them. Okay, and you need to finish the study section 16. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.